Peace, peace, peace. First and foremost, hopefully the Most High in your house shall bless you all day. By His mercies we are consumed. We're live in the Most High in your house shall body and two are naturally alive. And yeah, man, we gonna get into this, man, because I was just thinking about this morning, man, because today's the 25th, and you know I want to get into this, man, because this one kind of what we always talk about with self control, things of that nature, and how even that's like one of the of course, like being when the word's in you, have like not going at your lust or self control in situations. Of course, that's one of the things that the word is byproduct, that you have the fruits of the spirit, that the word is in you because you had that self control. Something I need to learn more, man. But see, this all deals with, man, being the word is within you, and the kingdom is within you, man. Because here's the thing too, right? Cause I like all praise to the Most High house, child, man. I was thinking about this morning, man. Like, cause this is when the kingdom is within you. Let's get that, Luke, real quick, man. Let's get this real quick. Luke chapter 17. We're gonna look at this in this type of perspective. It says Luke 17 verse 21. It says, "Neither shall they say, lo here or lo there. Behold, the kingdom of Yahweh is within you." So yeah, we're gonna look at this in aspect, because honestly, that this city is really New Jerusalem. New Jerusalem, of course, is the kingdom, and that's what starts with is within you. So let's get this chapter Proverbs chapter 25 verse 28, and it says, He that hath no rule over his own spirit is like a city that's broken down without walls. And the prime example of that, honestly, like that's why you could tell that they were godless. They didn't have the spirit, like things of that nature, like with Jericho, Joshua and Jericho, honestly, because then like did the walls of Jericho collapse? Because why? Because they didn't have they didn't have the Most High house child, like a ruling over them. Of course, and that was how it was. Like he said he gave like everybody their own gods, and they worship their own gods. But see, they didn't want, because they didn't have the they didn't hearken to that, honestly. And also too, that was with war and conquering. But also too, they didn't have a spirit like Rahab did to hearken and believe to the word, honestly. But but now we got to get to something else, man. But you know but pretty much, man, like that's just an example of that. But anyway, Proverbs chapter, we're gonna read this again. Proverbs chapter 25 verse 28. He that hath no rule over his own spirit is like a city that's broken down without walls. Honestly, so see that now. What's that city like? But what city that when you have rule over your spirit that you're like, honestly, that we had that self control, when you had it, when the words within you, when the spirit is within you, honestly. Let's get it. Let's get Revelation chapter 21 verse verse 21 verse 1. It says, "I saw a new heaven and a new earth, and for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea." Verse 2. "And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming from Yahweh out of heaven, and prepared as a bride adorned for her husband." So see that? Yeah, man, that's just what it is right there, man. So see, like when the you know when the kingdom was within you and the words within you, man, you had that self control, honestly. Because what does Jerusalem even mean, man? That place of peace, honestly. So that's just is what it is right there, man. That place of peace, honestly. And so that's so peace. What remember what your house I said, peace I'll leave unto you, honestly. So you in that peace, yeah, the Most High house spirit, like like Comforter, Holy Spirit is within you. So now you have rule over your own spirit, self control. Not only just with anger, but going after your own lust, or your own desires. Not only things sexual, because I struggle with women, things of that nature. Just looking at sometimes women, things of that nature. But there's other lust that I have. It's not always like sexual or something like that, physical lust. And lust can be anything, like James says, your own desires. So, but it says, "He that have rule over his own spirit is like a city that's broken down without walls," honestly. Like, yeah. So, but see, that city but when that city of New Jerusalem and that kingdom is within you, man, you don't have that self control. And let's get it. Let's not get anything misconstrued too, because like it says in James 5, since you just mentioned James, like these righteous people, man, the sons and daughters of the Most High house, that our ancestors, our forefathers that we read about, man, they had the same life passion as us. So there's going to be times when you get upset, honestly. I have this human natural reactions to things as well, because a lot of times too, I think the scriptures really is like the only like thing in life that people deal with, that we just remove all the human, the human element to it. Because I'm telling you, with anything else, people like, majority of the time people understand human element, but once we deal with like the word, like people deal with in the word, no matter what in the aspect of the spiritual fear you are, people just remove, like a lot of times just remove the whole total human element, and they forget that these were people at the end of the day. These are like, people way more righteous than me, honestly. Like, these sons and like daughters of the Most High House, like, but these were still like people at the end of the day, man. But that's just is what it is. But we just want to kind of go into this, man. But yeah, let's get this Proverbs chapter 5 verse 28. It says, "He that had no rule over his own spirit is like a city broken down without walls." So see that. Yeah, man. But that city, when that witch comb is within you, man. That when New Jerusalem, man, the kingdom was within you, because everything starts within, man. Like Lauryn Hill said back in the day, man, on Miseducated, on Doo-Wop, man. My favorite songs, like, ever, and my song that, like, we used to play, because I'm really originally, I'm from West Philly. I'm from Philly, but I was originally born in Lancaster, lived there for a few years. But mom on the because my dad, he was like, long story, my mom, she went to Millsville, that's in Lancaster, and like, she lived out there for a while. Then, like, of course, her my pop was out there, and then they kind of did their own thing. So sometimes we go back and forth to Lancaster, and she would play that song a lot. But the song, like Lauren says in the song, how you gonna win when you ain't right within, man? Seriously, that's just is what it is, man. The kingdom is within you, man. So that's just when you gonna have rule over your spirit, man. So, and that's a byproduct of the word being in you, spirit. It's not something like the brother Semi Firstborn says you practice, man. That's the words within you. Let's get Galatians chapter 5 and verse 22. Let's get it. Galatians chapter 5 and verse 22. But the fruit of the spirit is joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness, goodness, meekness, temperance. Against there's no such law. Exactly, man. So yeah, man. Hopefully it's edifying though, man. So peace.